tomorrow, by the way. What's up, Eurovision people? Do you love Eurovision as much as me? Reactions, live streams, discussions. This is the place to be. Come and subscribe. What are you waiting for? My content is free and honest. Come find me on Instagram. See you.
Banger.
Banger. Guess who's back? Back again. Enough songs. What's up, Eurovision people? My name is Sean, and on my channel, I talk about all things Eurovision. And it's that time of the year again when we have these Wednesday evenings that are going to be so fun because we're going to be talking about all 37 songs at this year's Eurovision Song Contest, which is going to happen in Basel. Announcement. I'm going to Basel, it seems.
Woohoo!
Yeah. I booked an accommodation that is free cancellation. But as things stand, we're going to Basel. So, for anyone who's watching, we are going to be doing this every Wednesday all throughout the month of April. Every Wednesday, we're going to be discussing a half of a semi-final. And on the last Wednesday, we're going to be talking about the Big Five and the host country, Switzerland. So make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of this content that is going to be, according to my branding, very honest. And speaking of honesty, I have brought my favorite honest Eurovision people to this stream. And obviously, no strangers. To my left, Gerd, ESTON, SEPP, all the way from Estonia, but currently in Iceland. Tere õhtust.
Good evening, Golden Dain. Greetings from Húsavík, Iceland, in the Eurovision exhibition. But yes, originally I am from Estonia. Glad to be here for God knows how many years already. So
happy anniversary!
Oh wow, happy anniversary, Sean!
And you've celebrated this university with such a fine haircut. Give it up for Gerd ESTON and his hair.
This is
Ervin.
From Estonia still.
Ervin, all the way from Hungary, editor-in-chief in ESCBubble. Good. How do you say good evening in Hungarian? Oh yes. I forgot. You watched it.
You watched it.
You watched it.
I think my internet is breaking up a little bit, so I'm not sure whether you guys can hear me.
We heard you watched it.
And that's enough as well.
There we go.
I'm not in a fancy place like Ervin is in Vibe's house. I'm at my own one.
Yeah.
So.
Making his debut on our live streams is someone that probably anyone who's watching knows. Finally, I managed to sign him on. It's Jude Kennedy from Northern Ireland. Good evening, Jude.
Hello. Hello. Thank you very much, guys. We got the country right as well. Huge news. It's also sunny, which is like rare. So my serotonin levels are through the roof currently. But thank you for having me.
The pleasure is mine. So, these live streams are nothing but fun. Yes, we're going to be honest. Yes, we're going to be very harsh where we need to, but we're going to have fun. So make sure to pull up a drink. I have half a bottle of Fruta y Pasión tonight. What are you guys drinking?
Apelsin, an Icelandic orange drink.
Oh.
Basically Fanta, but better.
Okay.
I mean, is it water? Is it palinka? Who can tell?
We'll never tell. We'll never tell.
Perhaps vodka.
It's a
If
secret.
you look at the flag and guess what's in my cup, you're probably right.
Sauna?
What flag?
Yeah.
Where's the flag?
The GB one is there.
So you're drinking tea.
Of course. Yeah.
I mean,
wondering what the hell just happened.
Number 5 of the day.
British.
Yeah.
So anyone who's watching, come and talk to us in the live chat if you want to share your opinions with us. We will reply to you. We will talk to you. We'd love to hear from you. Tell us where you're from. Tell us what you think. Because tonight we're going to be talking about the first 7 countries in semi-final 1. And they are Iceland, Poland, Slovenia, Estonia, Ukraine, Sweden, and Portugal. And if you're watching this on the replay tomorrow or the next day or the next week, you can check in the description for the timestamps if you want to skip the chit chat on every other country except when you want to listen to the chit chat of. Kicking things off with Iceland, and it's only fair that I start with ESTON because that's what it says on my little piece of paper. I mean, you are in Iceland, so we're starting the semi-final with Iceland, and kick us off. What do you think of Vibe and Rua, Mr. ESTON, sir?
Yeah, I mean, it's a vibe. It is a beautiful ballad about rowing across the sea, as we all know. They sing it so beautifully. For anyone who knows what I'm referencing. But it is so fun. I mean, it is not in English, which is the typical go-to starter of semifinals. So that's why I thought perhaps they're going with Estonia instead. But I guess Iceland is a good opener. It gets the party started. It gets people going. They are so energetic and charismatic. The song is not bad. It does have a chance of qualifying, although it is an uphill battle. So yeah, I really, really, really like it.
Okay. Jude, what are we thinking?
I mean, low-key have to go back on my word from previously where I said I wasn't a fan. It's growing on me. It's growing on me. I think I've just kind of settled into the fact that this is what Iceland have actually sent. I love that it's in Icelandic, obviously. But now I've just been listening to it, I'm like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, we're going to open the semi-final with a bang. If they can pull it off live, it's going to be excellent. It's going to be fun and playful. And you know what? That's what we want to start the contest with. Something that's fun, light, exciting, and also just a banger.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Ervin, what are we thinking about the vibe? Is it a vibe?
I think it's the perfect opener. And like I was pretty sure that they're not going to open with Estonia because it is going to throw off some people for sure. Vibe it's a positive vibe, let's say. It's nowhere near any of my favorites, but it's perfectly pleasant to listen to. They are a lot of fun. They have a lot of energy, and like they are going to open the show in an amazing way. I also think that like they're quite a safe qualifier, not as like they're going to qualify like from the 3rd or 4th place or something like that, but like there's no way in hell that they're going to be lower than, let's say, 9th. So I'm pretty sure that Iceland is going to be in the final.
Interesting. You actually think so?
Yes.
Okay. I mean,
we said from the beginning we're going to be honest, so
yeah. No, I'm surprised though because they're not so high on the odds. Most people don't think they're qualifying, but
and that's exactly
I'll take
where you
it.
should bet.
I'll take it from you because you were the first person who said Belgium is not qualifying last year. So who knows? Who knows? Maybe Ervin is onto something.
And I mean, to be honest, those are the winning odds, both for the final and the semi-final. And we all know they're not going to win anything. But qualifying odds will be interesting. I think it's going to be borderline. My only worry really is there are so many fun songs in the semi-final. We have some of them even coming up even in the first half. So are they still going to stand out from the first slot? That's the question. But I do think they have a shot at it.
I am happy to hear that because I don't personally think this is qualifying, but I would love it to qualify. It is my favorite Icelandic song since Daddy Freyr. I love that it's not only in the Icelandic language, but it kind of dips into what I want to hear from Iceland, that kind of Viking violin sound. And I like it. I like it more than I like Jedward, for all the comparison's sake. Yeah, I'm into this one. But I'm not expecting to see it in the final. But if it qualified, I would be very happy, just as long as it doesn't take someone else's place, who we're going to talk about next week. keep holding your breath until then. Moving
It's gonna be a long
on.
breath.
It's going to be a long breath. Moving
Please
on to
don't
Poland.
guys.
Do not try this at home. Moving on to Poland, who is coming in second. A lot of people were surprised that Poland is taking the number 2 spot. ESTON. I'm not sure if you are a fan of this song. I can't remember. You're probably not, though.
Definitely not a fan. I don't hate it per se, but it's not really in any of my playlists. I don't seek it out to listen to it. I think she's a great performer with great vocals, a lot of charisma. Just the song is not for me. And the number 2 spot definitely does not help. And I think there will be a lot of people that will not connect to it. Of course, it's a polarizing entry, so the people that really love it will absolutely vote for it. About qualification, I'm not sure, honestly. The number 2 spot especially makes me think like, will this make it? Will this not? It could be a surprise non-qualifier. I think probably it will qualify, but personally, I wouldn't place it in my 10 qualifiers, and I wouldn't be mad if it doesn't.
Wow. Ervin.
I mean, in my opinion, there are both positives and negatives about this song and performance. First of all, like, I feel like the song lasts about like 5 minutes longer than it should, because it doesn't last 3 minutes, it lasts about 8 when I listen to it. On the other hand, she is one hell of a performer, and there is no one else like her in this year's contest, which obviously goes to the positive side. And whenever I watch the performance, I'm more interested than when I'm listening to it, let's say on Spotify or anywhere else. So I do have my doubts. However, I think that this is also going to qualify quite easily, as it's a complete contrast to Iceland. And it's, again, a complete contrast to Slovenia, who's coming up right after them. And let's not forget about like all the Polish diaspora everywhere, who is, I think, definitely going to push it through to the final.
Didn't work for Luna.
Last year.
Yeah, but that was a bad song, and like she couldn't sing. This one can. Sorry, Luna, I love you.
I agree with you a little bit on the lack of streaming potential of this song. This is my number 11 of the year, so just missed out on my top 10, and I absolutely love the performance. I think Justina's one hell of a performer, and she actually sings well, and she's doing all sorts of crazy things on the stage. She can sustain a vocal. She's 52 years old, God bless her, and she looks like she's 18. There is a lot to praise here, and I do think the song was crafted for Eurovision, but in a good way. I think it's immediate. I think its strength is in the performance, and I don't mind that it lacks streaming potential, because people watch Eurovision on TV, not on Spotify. So it's not going to be a problem. Maybe Luna last year, The Tower, had more streaming potential, but that song didn't make it out of the semis. So it's not a given that a song that's good on Spotify will make it. I do think this will qualify very easily, even though it's in the number 2 spot, not because of the Polish diaspora, but the way the running orders have been in the past few years. Whenever a song comes in number 2, between 2 borderline qualifiers at best, that song is going to qualify. It happened with Armenia in 2023. It happened with Armenia as well in 2015. I think it happened also in 2016. Mikhail Shpak.
With Armenia?
Poland, 2016. He came in number 2 spot and qualified. So this whole number 2 process.
There were many, like Serbia last year. Teodora qualified from number 2.
Teodora just qualified, but she qualified. So yeah, I don't think this whole number 2 spot is a dead certain on qualifier. I think Poland will make it, probably not in the top 5 of the semi, but I think Poland will make it out of the semi pretty easily. Jude, any last words on Poland?
There's not much more to say really, apart from the fact that if I'm listening to this in my car, I'm like, no, this is too loud. I can't cope with that one note any longer. But if I'm watching it, like we have said, it is a performance song. The performance is what carries it and makes it come to life, rather than just kind of listening to her sing that one note for quite some time. Whenever you see her doing it, when you see her spinning and spinning, you're like, actually, you know what? This is pretty good. And I have no doubts this is qualifying. Like Iceland, Poland, yes, absolutely going through. I mean, yeah. The fans go crazy for just doing it.
Yeah, I think.
Can I just say something is very, very wrong or weird, because me and Ervin haven't had an argument yet.
Oh, I feel one coming up very shortly.
I just wanted to say that before we ruin it. Like, we're starting off at a good note.
How much time do we have left?
How much time do we have left? How much time do we have left? What a smooth transition that was. The best transition we've ever had from one country to another on these.
And we haven't practiced this whatsoever.
No, not
rehearsed.
This is all improvised. Improvised. So let's keep the arguments for later. Jude, what are we thinking for Slovenia and Klemen?
How much time does it take for me to find the skip button? I'm joking. I don't hate this song. I have to be in a certain mood to listen to it. I have to be in a certain mood to, sit and enjoy it. If I'm driving home from work, I'm not wanting to listen to this. I want bangers. But if I'm just listening to the songs, this is not one I will skip. If I'm listening to, the full contest. And I think there's a sweetness to it that kind of does cut through. It kind of cuts through me every time I'm like, yeah, it's Slovenia. And then I'm like, wait, it's actually kind of nice. The performance, I'm still a bit like, why is he upside down? Bro, please, reinvert yourself, stand up. But it does have some kind of memorable effect. Like, I still remember watching that and thinking, he is upside down. That's different. So I don't think it's going to qualify at all. Not a chance. But I can sit and listen to it when I want to.
Okay. Ervin.
Well, Jude, you should go and watch my interview with Clement after he won EMA. You will understand why he's upside down, first of all. Secondly, there's just something about this song that I absolutely love. And especially when I watch the performance, because I don't know, in a way, it touches some emotion that I didn't even think that I have. And it always hits something that, I don't know, makes me think that it's really, really beautiful. After all, it is the most honest and the most genuine song of this year's Eurovision. And I think that a lot of people, you can tell me how wrong I'm afterwards, Eston, don't worry. I think that a lot of people are also going to resonate with it. Whether they're going to vote for it or not, that's another question. I wouldn't necessarily consider it a qualifier or anywhere near it, but I do think that Slovenia made the correct choice from EMA. And I do like it that... I do like it because it's just so honest. And I do love the performance as well. He keeps it mostly intimate because mostly it's just about him. When he goes upside down, it's because his world turned upside down. But I mean, you might need some additional information, or you really need to pay attention to the lyrics to actually understand what's going on stage.
We're gonna need the commentators to do their work, because I'm hearing it from you first. I couldn't think about that.
You're welcome.
Eston.
Yeah, I mean, what Ervin said, I do really like the song. It's what I mean. It's a nice male ballad.
Of the century.
Obviously, I like it. Obviously, I like it.
I'm just going to go and check whether it's snowing outside or something.
It actually was. It was a snowstorm here, but it's calmed down now. So
I mean, for Iceland, that's normal. For Hungary, not in April.
In any case, it's a nice, sincere, honest ballad. Why I was making faces I don't know if it's the most, sincere. I have another ballad that I really, really like. That is probably my favorite ballad of the year. But this one, I mean, the fact that it's in English makes it really accessible for everyone. Everyone can understand the story, at least, maybe not exact details of it, why it's upside down, world turning upside down. I mean, if you think about it, it's a pretty easy connection to make, but perhaps people don't really think about that when watching Eurovision. A few weeks ago, when we did a live stream with Sean on my channel and Jude, I did say this could be a potential surprise qualifier, but I don't think so anymore. Like the third running order slot, I mean, Poland, yeah, might qualify from the second, but Slovenia with this song from the third, in the middle of two very crazy songs that will catch everyone's attention, and a lot more ballads coming up later. Yeah, it's not making it through, but it is still a really nice song. I really like Clemen and his performance, and yeah, I hope it doesn't come last, at least.
I'm with Jude on this one. I'm sorry. I tried, and you guys know I love Slovenia. Eurofan Cafe Malmö knows I love Slovenia, but I just can't seem to get behind this. I feel like the melody is so hollow. The production is so, like, there's a fine line between being simple and hollow, and I feel like this is hollow. I like the lyrical content. I really do get on board with the fact that it's a very genuine, honest song that, you know, in a contest and in a music industry, which is very devoid of any lyrical meaning, this is a song that actually tells a story that needs to be told, needs to be heard. But musically, me listening to the song, I'm just thinking, how much time do we have left until the next one? I'm sorry, Slovenia, my love for you is eternal. But I actually disagree, Ervin. I don't think this was the best choice. I would have picked John Vitazic.
See, I didn't even remember that one. I genuinely don't, and I was there.
And you were there. And I didn't watch it. I remember that one. I mean, for me, it was the only choice. People were going off about July Jones. I didn't like that at all. But I actually think I prefer Clement to July Jones, to be honest. But I don't. I mean, you'll tell me why, but I really think Clement could have had an opportunity to play with his strengths, and do something a little bit more parody-like.
Go and watch my interview with Clement.
The song that's coming up next is probably up your alley then.
Smooth transitions. Who's boiling the water? Because we are about to sip on some espresso macchiato. And of course, I don't think this has ever happened. Iceland and Estonia are in the same live stream. So obviously we have to go to the person flying flag for Iceland and Estonia. Eston, what are we thinking about homeboy Tommy Cash?
Yeah, I'm not a Tommy Cash fan. Never have really understood his music or listened to his music. He's famous, yes, but mostly I would say outside of Estonia. So this, I mean, him performing in Eesti Laul and showing again a completely different side of him, which he keeps doing. It's great for the internal market as well. Now, talking about this song, I mean, if you have ever heard an earworm, this is an earworm. People listen to it and it gets stuck. It just gets stuck and can't escape. You hear the first chorus and you can sing it already. Even if you don't remember the words in the first verse, in the first chorus, you'll remember it later. The dance he does, everything visually, which I'm sure he will improve between Eesti Laul and Eurovision. It's designed to be memorable. So it is a huge plus. I don't think there's any doubt of him qualifying. The only thing that really makes me worry is his vocals, which obviously for televote only semi and for this kind of song might not be the most important. It might be a part of the parody, but whatever. But I still appreciate good vocals, and this is not a difficult song to sing. So I would very much like him to actually hit the notes in in Eurovision, which he actually did in the jury show in Eesti Laul. The jury show was basically on point. So I don't know what happened for the semi-final. So in
Maybe he
conclusion,
drank
I
too
like
much
it, and I
espresso.
think it's qualifying.
Maybe he drank too much espresso. I think you guys underestimate how televoters actually judge vocals. I mean, Belgium didn't qualify last year. Luna didn't qualify last year.
It was a bad song.
I mean, that's subjective, I guess. But we can all agree that those vocals were not what they should have been.
I mean, let's be honest. Yours didn't sing 2 notes correctly during the entire performance, and most of it was pre-recorded, and he still qualified easily.
Who?
Say no, no, no.
Oh, Serhat. But again, like that.
I was talking about Joost Klein from the Netherlands.
Joost.
Yeah.
But I mean, Serhat was even worse. He didn't hit even a half tone right.
Yeah, but those
he was off key for the entire song.
Like
he was in his
those
own
are not
key.
songs. Those are not songs that require any vocal capacity. Yeah. You don't like it because you'd be like, oh wow, what a vocal performance.
Yeah.
I mean, if Clement didn't sing well, I think that song would be dead on arrival because that song rests on vocals. But I agree with I need Tommy Cash to find his vocals, and I also need him to find his staging, to be honest. But yeah, I don't think if he performs 3 notes not on the pitch and key, it's gonna affect him.
No one's gonna.
Jude. Yeah. What are we thinking?
Again, it's a grower, definitely. As much as it's catchy, that doesn't mean, you enjoy it. But as I've listened to it more and more, it's kind of been like, yeah, you know what? It's going to qualify. I feel like that's kind of obvious. I just hope that he brings his own team to do the staging so that we don't have a repeat of last year where it was like, oh no, the staging. He could do something crazy. He could do something captivating to boost his performance anyway. I think it's going to go through, and I'll enjoy it, whatever it is.
I love this song. The song is in my top 10. And I want to touch up on a lot of unnecessary hate I saw for it on Twitter. I mean, it is Twitter. People don't usually love anything on Twitter. but people hate him. People literally can't. Like, Euro fans, the angry keyboard 15-year-olds, they can't stand Tommy Cash for some reason. I don't know. Maybe he's just trolling or he's just... I don't know what it is, but they do not seem to pick up a flag for Estonia this year. And even in some top 37s, I would have expected Estonia to be much higher than what it is. I don't know why. I personally like Tommy Cash before Eesti Laul. I like his music. I think if you like Joost Klein, you're gonna gravitate towards Tommy Cash. I think. Someone's eyes disagree.
I did not like Joost Klein, and I do like Tommy Cash.
Okay. Exceptions do exist.
Yeah. Also, can I just add, I was in Estonia actually literally 2 days ago. And Estonia is apparently espresso macchiato crazy, because like I even came across this particular stand at like a coffee place, which was like right in center of Tallinn. And I heard espresso macchiato at least 5 times in the 3 days that I was there.
Oh yes, it's everywhere. And I mean, articles started popping up like how to make espresso macchiatos and stuff like that everywhere. And on 31st of March, when we were actually then both in Estonia, and I started driving towards the airport, turn on the radio and the first song, Mi amore. And to be honest, I was in a huge need of an espresso macchiato then after a 1.5 hour sleep, but yeah, perfect song for that.
Hold on, you were in Estonia 2 days ago?
Yes, I was.
Damn it, we could have met.
I don't know if we could have met because I woke up at 3 a.m. to go to the airport.
Okay.
So
okay.
that was 2 days ago. I was there for a few hours.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Just missed each other and an opportunity to disagree a little bit in person.
I mean, we haven't so far still. So
how much time do we have left?
We never
know. We never know. I love Estonia. It's pretty clear, and I do think that this is a very, very immediate song. But I have a question. Does anyone think this can win the semi?
No.
No.
I think it can win the semi. I can't see this getting more points than Sweden. Am I alone?
I mean, it's not impossible, but it's very improbable.
Okay, lexical vocabulary, man. I can see it happening. I just think that the song is going to be so much bigger than what it is in the Eurovision community. And I mean, we are 4 reasonable Eurovision commentators here who tend to comment about each participation in a way that is not, condensed in the Eurovision bubble. But I think we are typically underestimating this one a little bit. I mean, even with people saying, "Oh, Italians are going to be so offended," Italians love this.
No, this is getting 12 or at the minimum 10 if San Marino is not getting it.
Well, maybe an 8 because Israel might vote a little bit for themselves.
Yeah. Themselves. Yeah.
Top three in this in the Italian televote.
Yeah.
But also I read in multiple places, and it's not like a 1st of April sort of thing, that Tommy Cash confirmed that he is bringing 5 grannies from somewhere in the south of Italy to be his backing dancers. And it was actually also confirmed on Rai as well. So whether that's actually going to happen or not, that remains to be seen. And it's
it would be a classic Tommy move, though. It would surprise me, but I guess that's his whole point. I'm at this point mostly expecting him to bring mostly the music video visuals, like maybe the half costume and hair. He's kept that for a while now, so maybe something along those lines. But grannies. Italian grannies, honestly,
this is amazing.
That would be a trolling max.
Absolutely. I mean, I would love to see some grannies, and
they'd be holding, trays of espresso macchiato instead of
yes.
Party for everybody.
Yes. And I would be happy to see the whole staging concept from Eesti Laul completely ditched, because that. Coffee beans on the LED to a song called Espresso Macchiato. Please, we can do something better. And if it's going to be grannies, I'm totally here for it. I'm totally here for it. Okay, let's move on from Espresso Macchiato to a borscht. A nice beetroot borscht from Ukraine. And I'm going to start with Ervin on this one.
I knew it.
Of course you knew it. You saw this piece
because
of paper.
It's written down.
I forgot about the list completely, to be perfectly honest. I'm overall not a fan of this song, to be perfectly honest. And I knew that they were going to be up there for the win because they came, I think, in 2nd place last year as well. And I did not know what sort of song to expect from them, but I did not expect a Beatles sound entry from Ukraine, especially. And I just didn't get it for a really long time. But mostly and recently, when the song comes on to my playlist, I'm starting to sort of warm up to it. It's not something that I'm going to permanently add to my playlist or whatsoever, because this is just simply not the type of music that I listen to. But in a way, I'm starting to get it. And I believe that I wouldn't write them off, but I also wouldn't say that they're definite qualifiers, because it's Ukraine and a lot of it is going to depend on their staging. Because if they send a good song, they're going to do exceptionally well. If they send a bad song, they're going to do well. So just the question is how well they're going to do this year with this song.
Okay. Eston.
I mean, I just agree 100%. So can we move on?
What is going on? What is in your drink?
Ervin, what did you drink? Did you drink a lot of espresso macchiatos in Estonia, or what happened there?
Oh, no, I don't drink espresso macchiato in Estonia, definitely.
then I don't have an explanation. I mean, Sean, what have you done in between, or what's happening? This is not normal. We were promoting our arguments in my live stream, and like this is the whole point of these live streams. Like, it's like I hope it's not too boring for the listeners and our audience, because I have nothing else to add. I mean, it's not the song that I like listening to. I'm warming up to it slowly, but not in a massive way. Just I don't hate it as much. It's not at the very bottom, like bottom 5, but definitely bottom 10. However, I think it's obviously qualifying. So yeah.
Let me save the promotion of these live streams. I disagree with both of you. I actually can't stand this song. I absolutely didn't want it to win, even though I was pretty sure it was going to win, because I think Ukraine is in this current shift of westernized music. And we saw it in this year's lineup of Vidbeer. Almost every song had English lyrics. A lot of the songs were... Almost every song had English lyrics. A lot of the songs were completely devoid out of the usual Ukrainian ethnic elements. It's moving very, very westernized, in my opinion, at least. And I'm here for Ukraine when we have... I mean, last year's song was beautiful. The year before, not so much. But Kalush Orchestra was great. Jamala, the song, not the singer, the song, I like usually Ukraine I'm here for, but this year the Ukrainian Beatles for me is a pass. I think it's actually when he goes fly, I'm baking you. I can't be baked like that. I can't stand to
Poison
be baked
cake.
Like that. Oh no.
Let's not go there.
And you know which part I like? I like it when they go... I think it's after the chorus, when it goes like...
The harmonies? Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I like the girl from Frozen going... Ah. That's it. Staging was terrible. I've seen nicer gardens in the main street in front of me. But they'll probably change that, and they'll probably do a good staging. I can't stand it. Obviously, it's gonna qualify, but out of like the safe qualifiers in this semi-final, or at least in this half, I think in this half the safe qualifiers are Sweden, Ukraine, and Estonia. This would be the one that surprises me the least if it actually doesn't qualify, because it doesn't tap into that expectancy that people have from Ukraine. But I still think, in my sane mind, it doesn't that it will qualify.
But Sean, where's the part where you disagree with me and Ervin?
Because you guys like it a little bit. I like it no little bit.
I mean, the little bit is honestly like a little bit more than some others, but yeah,
still a little bit.
It's a millimeter off the bottom.
It's a little bit, but I found you guys someone who's gonna disagree with all of us, who probably likes it a little bit more than all of us. Jude, round us out with positivity.
I mean, first of all, Justice for Kohane would have been a banger if it even made it to Vidbeer. What's her name? Greta? Hold on, not that one. What is her name? It's on my playlist somewhere. Round? Oh, Grisana.
Oh,
ginger hair.
The one who tried for San Marino.
And then she applied for Una Voce for San Marino and then couldn't go because she was like, I can't do my audition from here. She sent like banger, so good. It was in that like preheat thing. Anyway, I was very disappointed whenever Zifa won. And then I was like, you know what, I'll just listen to it. I'll just make myself like it. And I think I have made myself like it to the point where it's like 15th, 16th in my top. So I think I like it a little bit more. I don't really know why. I guess it's just like, I'll force myself.
I mean, you just tortured yourself to liking it.
Pretty much.
That's what it sounds like.
It kind of is, but I'll never skip it. It comes on and I'm like, please, I will sing it. You know, I'll do the little bits and I'll be like, da, 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 da. You know, I'll do it. I'll be there. And it's going to qualify. I might as well enjoy it.
I like that bit.
My heart
everything
with
is.
someone who cares, you know? Yeah.
I'm begging you.
You begging you,
Begging
please
you.
just leave.
Yeah, please just leave
Yeah.
and let's just move on.
Let's just move on. And from baking you, we're going to hop into some sauna where we're about to be baked. And someone is already on his feet dancing. I mean, let's just start with you, because you're you're almost up on your feet dancing.
I mean, honestly, who doesn't love this song? And it's probably the first time in a very long time that Eurovision fans are united behind Sweden, at least for the very, very big part.
United by
And
sound.
they needed 3 Finns to achieve it, and to achieve singing in Swedish again after 1998, right? I mean, it would have been soon 30 years. And I mean, nobody really expected Sweden to actually go for this. I mean, it was going to be Måns from the get-go. And what I really love to see...
Happiest day of my life.
People that
And
will
what I
not
really
save the
loved
world.
to see was how Sweden dropped a little bit after Kai won and then bounced right back to the top. It's so viral. It's everywhere. And it is a song just like Espresso Macchiato. You just fall in love from the first moment. Even more so, even. It's more likable. The guys are more likable. The Nordics are all going to give this 12 points. And yeah, this is by far my number one this year. So obviously I am dancing to Barabada Bastu. Yeah, I'm just sad that Perkele won't feature, because that's like half of the song. But well, Perkele.
Ervin, you were in Sweden 2 hours ago? No, it was yesterday. a little bit more. Yes.
2 hours ago.
Yeah, I did come back from Sweden. Already today. Yeah, I agree with Eston. Like,
what do we have? Like one more song to go through?
Thanks for these live streams.
That's all, folks. No, like, this is actually the first time, I believe, since 2012 that Sweden is my number one. And like, I'm not even a fan of Melodifestivalen, and I normally don't even watch the shows. And from this year's contest, they were the absolute standouts. I was very happy that like Måns didn't win, because he didn't just like copy paste his own song and add like a sample of Wrecking Ball, but he also copy pasted his entire performance from 2015 as well. Which was also like, come on, dude. And then he's the one to complain that like about some other entries, like, oh, we've seen this one before, in one of his reaction videos that he did. So it's like, yeah, come on. Yeah, what to say? I love it. I listen to it. I hope it does well. Easy qualifier, 100%.
Jude, you're the only person on this live stream. You're the only person on this live stream who did not put this in your number one of this half of the semi. What do you have to say for yourself, young man?
Was this even number 2 in this
It
half
was.
of the semi? Yeah, it was.
It was.
Just at that. Yeah. Well, Sweden is obviously not my number one, and any of these other songs are also not my number one. Yeah, I enjoy this song for what it is. But see, whenever they go to the key change, I'm like, nah, it's too much. Didn't need that. It's just like, and I get it. And it's so
That's
well
the party
crafted.
really starts.
Crafted to do. No, that's what I'm like. Okay, we'll just do it again. Another one. Maybe it's just my actual fear of saunas. Like, no, I will. You will never.
I'm in
find
favor
me
of Jude convincing himself that he likes the song the same way he did for the other one, like to torture himself into liking it. Like
I have tried. And
Jude, I mean, you are coming to Estonia, but just at the wrong time, because otherwise I would have dragged you into a proper Finnish sauna.
Oh, it's getting steamy.
Not the steam sauna, the Finnish sauna, the only proper sauna.
The one where people are naked.
Yes, obviously. It's the only way to go to Solna.
Not even that could push Sweden further up for me, unfortunately.
It could push something else up.
Oh, keep it family friendly.
Are we still talking about the Swedes? Or...
Are we still talking about, like, which country are we talking about?
Erik is coming.
Gonna pull up some comments. Null Ball said, I don't think it will win the semi-final, but it will come top 3. And Null Ball is talking about Estonia, because I am late with these comments. And we have Ahmad, who is watching us. Hello, Ahmad.
My
Nice
nasty.
to meet you. Hello, sir. Sweden. I love the song. It's my 4th of the year. I was elated, delighted beyond belief that Måns Zelmerlöw lost. And I think it's safe to say that we're never going to see Måns Zelmerlöw in the Eurovision community ever again, courtesy of her royal greatness, Chiara Zelmerlöw, his ex-wife, for those of you who don't know. And I mean, I love Bara Bada Bas too. I just hope, I kind of hope they don't win, because I desperately don't want to see another Eurovision in Sweden. And I mean, where are they going to host it? Malmö said they're never doing it again. Stockholm, they're not going to manage to kick out the football teams out of the arenas.
Globen?
Globen is a... Well, why didn't it happen in Globen last year then?
Is it happening in Malmö?
No, but Stockholm, like, they didn't have a venue. They came up with like a makeshift arena. And the EBU was like, Sweden, you're not doing it in a makeshift arena. Yeah. Globen, I think Globen hosts another football team, to be honest.
Could be.
Yeah. I mean, they would figure something out, but like Bara Bada Basta winning would be so great for Sweden, honestly, and the Swedish public that votes in Melodifestivalen and the juries and everybody, like the participants and songwriters, like this would be the revolution. I mean, it is already a revolution, but
I don't know. I mean, I want to see the song do well. I don't know if I want to see Sweden winning. I mean, if Kai represented Finland, with this song, it would be a cakewalk. Globen is under
differently in Finnish, I think, though.
It sounds even better. Globen was under renovation last year. Okay, that's what happened.
Oh,
okay. So I guess we'll find Globen to host it at next year, with or without Petra Mede. She said she's not doing it again as well, right? She said she's not doing it again.
She probably will.
She would think again, probably.
Linda Woodruff said she's never coming back again after the first time, and she was there like 5 times already. So
yeah, but Linda Woodruff does not have a full-time job nor a life. So I mean,
she's a singer.
I mean, Portugal closing us out in this first half.
The smoothest transition of them all. Just Portugal.
I would love to see Filomena Cautela host Eurovision again. I don't think it's going to happen next year. I don't think it's going to happen next year. Ervin, tell us why.
Because I don't even remember the song, first of all. I just remember it being plain boring. But I have to say that I loved Festival de Canção this year. The voting part, not the song part. Song-wise, they had one good song and a half of another good song, and that was it. The voting was super fun. None of the juries agreed with each other. There was 0. Almost every song got at least 1 0. Televote disagreed even more, so we ended up with this winner. Congrats to them. They can have a nice trip to Malmö, and they can save money and go home on Wednesday. Not Malmö, sorry.
We're going to Basel.
Basel, yes.
I just booked my accommodation. Don't scare me like that.
Don't worry, free cancellation.
Yeah.
I am literally, it's true. I'm literally staying 50 meters into France. Literally. Like, I can see Switzerland from my window, but I would be based in France.
As everyone else.
Sean takes a 100-meter jog in the morning. He's like, I ran into a different country already.
Who's next? ESTON.
Yeah, I mean,
You
it's a
agree?
nice ballad, and it is bland. It is kind of forgettable, but it's nice. I do like it. It is genuine, and it is very, very pleasant. And I don't skip when it's on. Um, it's nice. It's nice in the best way. Like it's not nice as a radio friendly pop song. It's nice as something that Portugal would send. It is very Portuguese, and they're representing their country in the end really well. I mean, Portugal always does what they do, and that's what's so great about them. Even if I don't like their songs a lot of the time, or don't like the songs immediately, a lot of the time it grows on me, and so has this. Not massively, but I just like it. Qualification is going to be a difficult battle, but yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
I just have to say that I was very worried as to when you said at the beginning that like Slovenia is not your favorite male ballad this year.
I didn't say male ballad. I didn't say male ballad.
Fair enough. But part of me was worried that you were going to say Portugal.
Too southern.
Phew, relief, right? We keep agreeing.
I know.
Southern for the Estonian tastes. This was a difficult one for me because the first time I heard it, I was like, okay, this is fine. It's what Portugal typically does. But it kind of aged like milk. By the second or third time I heard it, I'm like, why? And I think what it was is I didn't watch Festival da Canção, the final. So I heard the songs to do our ESCBubble review video, and I thought this was fine. And then I didn't watch the final. I watched the song during my reaction. I was like, it's still fine. And then I watched the Festival da Canção on the replay, and I saw what could have been. And my favorite song in Festival da Canção this year was the jury pick. Can you believe it? Me, lead campaigner of banned juries from Eurovision, wanted the jury winner to win. And it was the same thing in Ukraine. I wanted Kaya to win. I can't believe it either. But yeah, this is that evening when you come home at like 3 a.m. and you drank too much alcohol and you just say, I want a glass of milk. You pour the milk, and what goes down in the glass is cheese, because the milk has been in the fridge 10 days beyond its expiry date. Portugal, again, my love for you is eternal. However, this could be your reset here. And I feel like we're taking the piss a little bit. Portugal, we need the energy back. We need ballads like Senora do Mar.
Sean, we need the couch back.
We need the sofa back. We need the sofa back. I would love to have some sofa back. But I also wouldn't mind some Salvador Sobral if you want to be boring, Like, but this is just controversial, but I would prefer. I liked Amar pelos dois. This one, it's a no. Jude.
Portugal were on such a good streak. Such a good streak. Like, think about Saudade. Whoa, beautiful, love. Last year, Grito, I cried. And then this Medo, I'm like, it's just not quite. It doesn't really do anything for me. I can listen to it and I'm like, yeah. I can listen to about a minute of it. And sometimes I'm like, oh, and then I'm like, no, that's it. It just kind of fluctuates in my bottom half of my ranking. And that's a bit unfortunate. And yeah, going after Sweden as well. It's not going to do them any favors.
I think the running order buries it. That's a good point, Jude. I genuinely think the running order was the final nail in the coffin for this. It's literally between two definite qualifiers and a streak of bangers. I mean, there will be a commercial break at some point, I guess, but I don't.
No offense, but no running order would have helped this song.
I mean, swap this with Slovenia. Would it be better?
For Slovenia,
probably
it would be even worse.
Wouldn't do any change for Portugal, I mean, but like it would help Slovenia, yes.
It would help Slovenia. But I mean, the way the running order is done in the second half is just so frantic that, I mean, it's I don't know. I don't know about this running order, but I never know anything about the running order. One question to round us out: if you had to pick a song that you might be expecting to be surprised with the performance from these 7, who would it be? I'm going to start, and I'm going to say Iceland.
Estonia, because of the grannies.
Oh yeah, I forgot the granny.
Yeah, I mean, what is Iceland going to surprise you with? Like, it just
The energy.
is going to be an upgrade of the Sungva captain.
The energy, and honestly, if they remove the octopus that splashes on my face, I'll vote for them.
They will polish the graphics, but the octopus might still be there.
Can we please get rid of the octopus?
Why do you hate the octopus?
I'm wet every time I was that performance. I feel tentacles crawling
It's
in
not such
my
a
nostrils.
negative.
Really?
I can actually
I thought
see Sean going to the TV and just like wiping it off.
I mean, they're rowing across the
Not
sea.
today.
Something might happen, you know. It's a
thought
part
the
of it.
days of overlays were behind us after Blanca's performance. It's ridiculous.
They live on in our hearts.
Justice
Yeah,
for the
I mean,
octopus.
justice for the octopus. Love the octopus.
the
Honestly, I don't really see anyone else surprising other than Estonia, because you never know what to expect from Tommy. Like, if I look at the list, Portugal probably going to do the same. Sweden just probably a worse version of what we saw in Melody Festival, and I mean, they have to rebuild the sauna and probably can't bring as many props and dancers, and I fear it's going to be like a Loreen tattoo. You know, it's just it's the same but a little bit worse. I hope
Weren't
not.
there 6 on stage for them in Melfest?
There were 7 in
No,
Belfast?
7.
3 and
Oh,
4.
I think
Yeah.
there were 4 towels.
Yeah.
Lose a towel.
And
and
yeah,
that's it.
I mean, Ukraine will bring the garden, Slovenia will bring nothing, Poland will bring dancers and fire, Iceland will bring whatever they had in Sungva Captain and just polished a little bit. So Estonia is the only one that I'm thinking, like, what the hell is going to happen?
I mean, Ukraine could change it up. I think Ukraine will
Yeah.
actually change it up. They typically...
I mean,
Ukraine always changed their performance, let's be honest.
But that's not a surprise then.
Exactly.
They always do.
I mean, do we know what they're going to change it into? We don't, so...
It's going to be the surprise if they don't.
Listen, I had to ask you a question at the end of the video, so don't make this longer than it needs to be, okay? But that's it. The first live stream is behind us. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being here. Come and subscribe if you don't want to miss out on these live streams, which are happening every Wednesday. Pencil it in your calendar. I made it easy for you. Every Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. CET. Bring your bottles, bring your laptops, bring your friends, bring your octopus, whatever. Come and talk Eurovision to us. Thank you guys for being here. We will see you guys next week, Ervin, Jude, and Eston. And good night. Good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.